This is Rees Artist Colourworks in Ashwin Street, Dalston. It was designed 150 years ago by architect Edwin Horne and built in 1868 as a factory for making artists' paints. 2018 is the 150th anniversary of Dalston's association with the arts. William Rees had invented soluble paint in 1766. From then, the family business grew and grew. The Rees family also had pencil and coloured crayon factories nearby in Hackney. The architect of the colourworks, Edwin Horne, had been employed by the railway company when Dalston Junction Station opened in 1865. Edwin Horne designed all the houses on Ashwin Street and some on Dalston Lane. He went on to design the railway company's overground stations. Hackney Central and Grade 2 listed Camden Road still survive today. He has left a fine architectural legacy in Dalston. In 1886, a circus, the North London Coliseum and Amphitheatre, was built on Dalston Lane. It could hold 5,000 people. People came on the train from the city and from the suburbs. You could see all the acts: clowns, conjurers, acrobats, performing horses, performing lions and elephants, as well as listen to a full band, all for sixpence. Sir Robert Fawcett's circus featured in the Dalston Circus opening season on the 1st of November 1886. Circus owner George Jeanette also had a season there when he was selling his den of performing lions. This is the architect's drawing from 1898, when the circus was converted to a Victorian variety theatre with a new entrance at 14 Dalston Lane. By 1900, Dalston had long been established as a cultural hub, with the houses in Ashwin Street occupied by circus and variety theatre performers, minstrels and theatrical agents. Dalston Junction even had an artistic florist by the station entrance. In 1920, the Victorian Variety Theatre was converted into the greatest cinema in the British Empire, as Lord Beaverbrook described it at the opening with Hackney's Mayor Herbert Morrison. In its early days, it showed silent films and musicians played in the orchestra pit in front of the stage. With the advent of television, cinemas declined. Of the 12 cinemas in Dalston, only the Rio survives today. But in 1963, the legendary Four Aces Reggae Club had been founded in the entrance buildings of the old Circus and Variety Theatre. The Four Aces soon began presenting international stars of black music, and it became a second home to black musicians. Later, it expanded into the old theatre auditorium and became known as the Labyrinth. Dalston's association with the arts was as strong as ever. Dalston's rail link to the city ended when the station closed in 1985. There was blight from plans for a massive road scheme running through Dalston. The council, which owned the heritage buildings, was broke and in chaos. Here's the old Sound and Music and John Scooter's shop in the 1990s. Here's John Scooter's a few years later. Within 5 years, there were 9 fires, all on development sites. Property was cheap, and with rumours of the railway reopening, developers saw an opportunity. Plans for the reopening of the railway led to eviction of the music clubs from the old theatre buildings. It was later demolished and redeveloped as Dalston Square. The evictions and demolitions didn't pass unnoticed. Nor without regret. Despite the losses, Dalston's 150 years of association with the arts still continues and thrives. The Arcola Theatre and Cafe Otto have found homes in the Reeves Artist Colourworks building. Edwin Horn's houses on Ashwin Street were occupied by Pyramid Arts and now by V22's Affordable Art Studios and Gallery. There is the Vortex Jazz Club and the Jazz Bar in Gillett Square. The Eastern Curve Community Garden thrives on its cultural events and is reviving Hackney's great horticultural tradition. The Peace Mural, with its celebration of Dalston's cultural history, has been restored. In 2017, Hackney Council identified these Dalston sites for disposal for development. Its private estate agents advised that the Council's preferred delivery scheme would maximise capital value and rental revenue for the Council. A strong distrust in the motives of the Council was put across. Many believed this was a purely commercial exercise for the Council to sell off the land for private development. In 2018, the cultural uses of the land and heritage buildings are under increasing pressure for regeneration, which could see the area's character, cultural uses and affordability being lost forever. Since the Reeves Artist Colourworks was built in 1868, Dalston has had 150 years of association with the arts. It's the spirit of the place. We have a great architectural and cultural heritage to celebrate, to protect, and to conserve.